Hello, gamers. It's me, HEXLOOM.
How you doing?
Ugh, can we turn this song off? It's been stuck in my head all week. Get it out of here. I see you have a problem with my cable management. Let me explain. I assume you're talking about this cable here. Now, when I'm editing, sometimes I don't like wearing the hassle of these headphones.
They hurt my head.
So what I have here are just simple Razer Hammerhead. What the f***'s the name of this? I haven't had my coffee yet. Don't talk to me till I've had my morning
Coffee.
Anyway, I have these headphones, and they're just really long. See, look. But you know, when they're all coiled up like this, then I could see why you would think that my cables need to be managed a bit better, but that's okay. Anyways, guys, let's get right into it. This is episode 32 of The Gamer Hole. Yeah, I'll be right there.
Welcome to the hole. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Or whatever.
Or you fucking Truman Show.
And if
Jim
I don't see
you,
good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Speaking of the Truman Show, Dekie's pretty much living that right now.
Yeah, he is.
Actually, that was a perfect transition.
Thank you. I planned that.
Yeah, it almost seemed like you did. You really teed that one right up.
Dekie,
for at least for the Truman Show enthusiasts who watch the Gamer Hole. Yeah.
Dekie is live right now, and by the time this episode comes out, he will probably still be live on Twitch.
Oh, I hope not.
He will. I guarantee
he will.
it.
Yeah.
Go check right now. He's live.
Yeah.
It's a COVID-a-thon.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's let's the thumbnail matched for last week, but at that time I didn't know I had COVID.
Right. We know we did it after.
We knew you
Trump's
had
a genius.
COVID.
Yeah. I mean, we knew when we put the video out, but at the recording time, I simply thought I was sick, and I simply thought I was much better than ZChum because I showed up despite being sick.
Yeah, Dekie had full-blown COVID-19
I know, dude,
and showed up for the episode.
Dude, I watched
ZChum
that
had sleepy
episode.
19 and didn't fucking show up.
I had to watch that episode to timestamp everything, and while I'm watching it, I'm like, these fucking assholes. Everyone's just like, stupid ZChum couldn't get out of bed. I just felt bad for viewers. I was like, I can't do the Gamer Hole like this, man. I'm gonna be so boring. Low testosterone, low energy, beta male.
I mean, we're gamers. We all have low T.
Beta male energy podcast. I can't do it like this. I'm too bummed. I'm not doing it. And
Okay.
And Dekie is like fucking dying and has like
Well, believe me, I'm definitely not bringing much energy. It's not like
Dekie's got like 30% lung usage right now, and he's like, Gamer Hole.
Let's fucking go.
Well, this is the funny thing too is he has COVID, right? Which is luckily he's a little bit vaccinated, so at least he's not as that bad. But he's decided to stream 24/7.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Rather than sleep in bed and get better, or like go through it in bed.
we can go over the thing. So the whole process started out like, just a day or two prior to when we recorded last week's Gamer Hole. Yeah, I started feeling kind of rough. And I am vaccinated, and it's like fully affected. And I might have, once it, fully got into my system, I might have definitely gone out and made some poor decisions considering the whole climate of things. A lot of drinking and so on. And but yeah, I started feeling bad last week, and I was like, all right, we'll see how this goes. It's probably just a sickness or whatever. And I started feeling bad enough. I started running a fever and feeling pretty crummy. So I was like, all right, I'll go to the doctor. I go to the doctor and paid $2.50. It's kind of like just a dude on the street.
Man, fuck you.
That's connected to like a pharmacy. It's like the 20-minute clinic or whatever you guys have, connected to CVS.
Yeah, that cost us like $1,000 to go to. Yeah, go ahead.
But it's $2.50.
His medical degree is like from Mayo Clinic or something on the wall.
Yeah.
And I go in there and, like first things first, tell him I have a fever. And I'm like, I make it known like I have been vaccinated. And he's like, okay. So he checks me out, listens to my lungs, does some other stuff. And he's all like, and I'm all like, I kind of asked him, I was like, do you know, I know you don't test here, but where could I get tested? And he's all like, I don't think you need to. Your lungs sound fine. You, this or this, you just have, it's been rainy season. So it's bright and sunny in the mornings and then it rains all evening. It's this year, the climate's kind of weird. So a lot of people get like colds and sick. And I was like, all right. So he gives me some medicine. He's like, sends me on my way. Over the weekend, have a fever, feel pretty bad. That was the worst of it. I was just like sick. I wasn't dying. I wasn't awful, but I was sick. I felt crummy, skin's raw, all that shit. And then the next week comes and, or on Monday, Tanya she was sick as well. She still felt really like the same as me. And so she didn't go to work and her work was all like, all right, we're going to send a doctor to test you guys for COVID. And so like I got tested live on stream, which was pretty fucking sick.
It was.
So we have this guy come in and he gets like properly suited up in like the, the big jumpsuit, like little scrunt, like, he pulls his hoodie string too tight. Yeah. And he comes in and he did Tanya and he did her off stream and he's prepping to do me. And she looks over at me and she's like, and because like her results came out and I was all like, oh God. So like I knew prior to because she's got it, I got it. And I like, so like he's getting all ready and I'm like, oh man, this is going to be, I'm like, he's going to swab me and then I'm going to come out positive. This is going to be so good for views.
Wow.
So, that's where content, homie. That's where my head's at. But yeah, dude, I'm sitting right here. He double swabbed me. I've had the nose one, but he did one nostril and then he flipped that bitch and he did the other. And 5 minutes later,
like a switchblade. He was like, pulls it out and like flips it around like a
like a butterfly knife.
Yeah, he's a professional, dude. He's been swabbing for months now.
Oh yeah.
And 5 minutes later, I had like the double line like on a pregnancy test or wherever it works. I don't know what it was, but confirmed.
It's a boy.
And
it's a boy.
Yeah. Since then it hasn't been that bad. That weekend was the worst of it. Like fever, everything.
I gotta say, what a shit doctor you went to, dude. Like,
yeah.
Oh, $2.50.
Like,
I mean,
middle of a global pandemic.
You have all the symptoms of COVID-19 that we're all well aware of. Yeah, it's probably that it rains at night.
Yeah,
that's gotta be it.
And I offered.
That guy was a doctor.
I was all like, "You have a place to recommend nearby that I can go to get tested?" And he's all like, "I don't think you need it."
What a shit.
It definitely, it definitely leaves some questions to be had with that man. Even so, I had made sure that I tried to be, pretty careful about where I was going or what I was doing. But I didn't fully quarantine myself at that time.
Probably because the doctor told you
yeah,
had
exactly. I've been
cold.
taking precautions, but now I'm like, oh shit, man. I ran back through. I was like, did I cough on anybody? Did I do anything? But no. But since then, so we learned that on Monday, and I started thinking. I was like, well, I got to be quarantined for 2 to 3 weeks. That really sucks. I was like, I'm definitely going to get ahead on the Tarkov grind, but maybe I'll just stream it. Because I've always wanted to do a prolonged stream. Back even when I started streaming, I wanted to, but only recently has, take your category out or go to the I'm sleeping section has, been kind of a gray area for sleeping streams on Twitch. Before it was kind of like, not really a thing.
I thought you got banned for doing it. So
yeah, and then and then Ludwig
Yeah,
and Pest and everybody is like Ludwig was the big pusher for it. You had heard before that you could, but I never believed it. And according with my track record with Twitch, I'm not looking to push any boundaries. So I'd always been kind of freaked out about it, but there had been enough sleeping streams and daily life streams coming in, so that I was like, all right, I'm in.
Isn't it a category now? Sleeping?
I think it's like an old stupid game that's not made
not
for actually people.
Yeah,
it's like
okay.
people
Every
just go there
time-
because the
dude,
game's name.
every time somebody is streaming themselves sleeping, they stream it to "I'm only sleeping," which is
I've noticed.
it's like some old game, but they use it.
Yeah.
I don't know why Twitch hasn't added a sleeping category. Like,
I mean, they might as well.
That's
be
it
honest,
now.
but-
Nobody's
Yeah.
actually playing anything in
they're
that
not.
category.
It's always
so-
people actually just sleeping.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still like stream my regular schedule. I don't try and like stream all the time, but like I'll stream 10-ish hours of games, and then after that I mute my stream, or like I turn on some background music, and then I go watch a movie, hang out, and then I go to bed.
Yeah, you just don't push that stop streaming button anymore. You
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Like,
I just let it keep on going, and it's strange. It
Mm.
definitely
bet.
it puts you. It definitely puts you on edge.
Yeah.
Especially because for me, like, there's also my girlfriend here, which
Yeah, that would complicate things.
yeah. So
I
like,
would be so nervous all the time. I'm already a very anxious person, and I would be like double anxious constantly.
I'm not that anxious because I do have a lot of cameras around when I'm streaming normally, so that part I'm kind of like all ready for. But like now bringing it here, I'm even. It's a whole new level of stress, especially like sleeping and stuff.
There's nowhere
I
you can
feel like
hide.
Right, that's the
that's the best part. That's the excitement, ZChum.
Yeah, you're right.
But the
Dekie's taking showers on stream and
Yeah, he took a
everything, with wearing like a little trash bag on his body or whatever it is. This is just
it's but I feel like I'm at church camp because like I've said, like I've been banned for taking a shower on stream before when it was not technically against the rules.
right.
Because like that back then Twitch didn't had a rule that you could be shirtless on stream as a male, and then they were changing that rule that night, and about 4 hours for the switch over of the community guidelines, I took a shower and I had nipples out and I was banned for it. But I shouldn't have been.
If you're streaming at like a beach or a pool and you're a
You're allowed
male,
to be, yeah.
can you have your shirt off?
Well,
Yeah.
now you can have your shirt off anyways, but it has to be appropriate, and you have to be under the appropriate
Circumstances.
category.
so if you're like showering, you
Appropriate
can.
category.
But
I
even
don't
that
know
I
how
was too
that
scared
works.
to. I made this like tape bra
I still might be.
for my shower just because I am scared of Twitch. Like
Yeah.
I'm afraid if I
Everyone
push
is.
boundaries with them, they'll get
Yeah.
me. And I'm like, I'm not a big enough man to where I can like have the clout to like get away with it.
Yeah, to get away
Yeah.
with it.
I don't know. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know about showering specifically, but if it's appropriate, like if you're in a jacuzzi hot tub, they're like, we don't care at all. So
I wanna. I have to go watch my parents' dogs for a month.
Mhm.
So Katie and I have just decided we're gonna go live at my parents for that month because we're not gonna. I don't want to bring the dogs here because we don't really have
don't.
a good area to
Yeah.
keep them, and I'd rather
have a
just go
fence.
there. We do have a fence, but our backyard leads right into our living room, and they're gonna go out there and get all fucking muddy, and then they're gonna run in, and it's like right into carpet, and there's just it's easier to just go over there, and I'm gonna take
Yeah.
my whole setup with me. Like I'm gonna take my computer, all my monitors, and everything. I'm gonna move it all over there, and they have like a pretty nice in-ground pool, and I figured, hey, while I'm there, I might like set up my computer outside. In the pool, like
A
right
swimming stream.
Yeah, well, like right on the edge, and play Tarkov, but play it like in my pool, right? Like stream Tarkov, but I'm like in my pool, like right at the edge playing it. And
I remember Zuckles did that or something a while back.
I thought
that's a good idea.
I thought it
You
would be
should
a
do
good
that.
idea, but
Hell
I'm a
yeah.
little worried about. Am I gonna have to like wear a shirt while I'm like in the
No,
pool?
if
or-
That you
No, I
should
don't
be
think
fine,
so.
yeah.
But I'm in
Yeah.
the Tarkov category, so
Oh.
Yeah, but you're in a pool. Nah,
I don't know.
fine.
I think it'd be fine. I think he'd be fine.
I think it would be fine too, but I might
make
just
a little tape bra for yourself, like Dekie did.
No, honestly, if you put pasties on, like if you cover up your nipples,
like little
they can't do anything.
Duct tape X's over.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. I might just wear a shirt because I don't want to push any boundaries with Twitch, but maybe not. I don't know. We'll see how I feel on the day.
Did you guys see? I know you guys are Rust guys. You guys know Mr. Wobbles. He just barely got unbanned after 3 years.
Yeah.
Because big boys vouched for him, and also Rust themselves, which thank you to Rust, vouched for him about how it's like targeted. And one of the big things for me is like, there's other people that did the same thing Mr. Wobbles did, which was dox, people that are, harassing you. And they got unbanned in less than 3 months, and he had 3 years of permaban.
Yeah.
Like that's where Twitch needs to fix
Dude,
itself. I'm afraid of Twitch too. If they don't like you and you're not big enough or you're not a perfect person, they'll fuck you.
I have this streamer that I loved. He was my favorite streamer I've ever watched in my life. His name was Shriek, SHREEQ.
Oh yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
Can't remember how he spelled it. Funniest guy I've ever seen in my life. I loved him. He got stream sniped by another Twitch streamer, right? So he's streaming playing Tarkov. Another fucking Twitch streamer stream sniped him live while he was playing. He's like, oh, I'm in this guy's raid. Oh, I'm going to go fucking kill him. Haha. And he goes and kills him. Or he goes and tries to kill him and he gets killed. And he comes into Shriek's stream and starts talking shit. He's like, man, I was stream sniping you. I knew where you are. Fuck you. They both get banned for it. And he got permabanned for it. He didn't do shit. He didn't do anything.
Well, I remember... I don't remember exactly what happened on this, but I remember there was something... Shriek said something... And then people were arguing that he deserved to get banned. And then other people were like, what the hell? Like, what do you do? I don't really know the whole context. I don't remember exactly. But it's just a shitty situation that Twitch
I went back and watched the video,
wrong,
and Shriek literally said, fuck you.
Yeah.
It was the guy came in and was like, drop my shit. And Shriek was like, no, fuck you. You stream sniped me.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Man, I've been pissed off about that for so long because I loved watching him. And he got perma-banned for it.
Right. One of the big things is Twitch doesn't have enough competition that they care about small guys being upset.
I know.
Right.
If there's more competition, I am glad Mr. Wobble's music. It's fucking stupid that he was banned for 3 years when other people who did the same thing were banned for a couple months. But I am happy to see somebody getting unbanned. Right.
Right, but it's so silly that they had a dev and big streamers had to vouch for him before. And the reason why big streamers and stuff vouched for him was because they got banned because they were talking
for association
to him on
with
stream
him on
for
stream.
association.
Yeah.
But like what?
But at the same time, they said Dr. Disrespect was technically allowed to stream with like other Twitch
I don't know
streamers.
what happened there. I think they made a special agreement for Dr. Disrespect, which again is Twitch breaking their own rules.
Right, because they
make
assume
rules,
that big streamers are going to interact with other big streamers.
Make rules, follow them, and stop being dumb. That's like Twitch needs to fix it, but whatever. That's a different story.
Alinity can be on her 5th or 6th 3-day ban, but if you do the same thing, you're banned for 3 years or just perma-banned.
Right.
It's just like it's so hard to regulate all this stuff, and they're not doing a good enough job. But it is hard to do. But it's
trying
all
to be woke, but they can't.
Yeah, it's just a fucking mess. Like.
It's like
it is hard to do, but like they need to do better.
That deer girl, they're like a community manager or some shit. The girl who I
think she still is, isn't she?
The girl who got her head scratched
and then
had,
she started
an orgasm on stream about it.
She started threatening people almost or something. I don't really remember.
Yeah, well, I'm a Twitch community leader, so. You can't say that to me.
Which I personally love our dear overlord. I don't know if they're still in their position, but
Co-Carnage is part of that group too. I think they're still doing it, and Co-Carnage is amazing at what he does for the community and everything. So I agree that not all Twitch's decisions are correct, but that whole community thing is a weird thing. But I'm glad that Co is part of it because he's
I think they just need to
longtime
have the
Twitch
right
streamer.
people part of it. Yeah.
Right, exactly. But from what I understand, they don't actually do much other than tell Twitch what people are feeling. And at that point, like, Twitch should just fucking know, because they're just like, how dumb are they when they have one guy get banned for 3 years and the other people get unbanned in a month, right? Like, same exact thing they did, and then he has to wait 3 years until
Did you
a
just
big
drink
boy.
a Coors Light?
I know it's Diet Coke. It came with the
Okay.
breeze that we got the other
Did
day.
you just open a Coors Light that was just open from the night before at 11 a.m.? I was like, whoa.
He's topping up.
Man, this subathon nonstop stream is really getting to you. God damn.
But the big thing is that I'm terrified to be near my girlfriend because I'm afraid Twitch is going to be like, did he put his arm around her and touch her tit for a second?
Yeah, that's another thing.
And I'm all like, So like anytime that like we go to bed, I'm always all like,
Yep.
You're like,
Sleep like a mummy.
Has to strap
Good night.
himself in. You should.
I'm like,
you should have one of those like 50s bed sets that like splits apart. And you both like sleep on your own side.
But like, yeah, that's my biggest like paranoia is like anything near her, and she's always like, "You won't even come near me." I'm like, I'm scared of Twitch.
Yeah.
I fear
That's funny.
females.
I like how she agreed to this. She agreed to the subathon because, again, like this COVID-a-thon is subathon based, so it goes longer based on the amount of donations he gets and stuff, which he chose really silly marks because you could literally make him do a stream for a week. Probably
Don't
one
tell
person
them
could.
that. His
wait,
girlfriend
what are
wants it to be
what are his
over.
marks?
Poor thing.
10
She's
minutes
so
per
upset.
sub.
Holy
10
shit,
minutes per
Dekie.
sub. He's working for $7.50 essentially.
Dekie, that's
We're
a
splitting
lot
the
per
income.
sub.
He's splitting the income, but it's $15 an hour. Like, he's making nothing. Like, it's funny.
Dekie, that's a pretty low mark for
Well, I'm trapped inside my room. Might as well get paid to sleep.
five
You are getting
subs, and I get you for almost an hour. That's dude. I
But-
struggle to stream for 3 hours.
But
Like,
I think she didn't fully understand when she agreed to the subathon, because the other day she goes, "Why does the numbers keep going up?"
Yeah.
Her theory. She's like, these people don't know that they're actually increasing the time when they sub.
No,
And I'm
they
like,
do. Yeah,
they
They know. they absolutely know.
especially when
yeah.
someone gives 10 gifted subs or whatever. It's like they know. Like,
I
they're
think that's why they're doing it, honey.
yeah.
Yeah.
But she's been a very good sport about it. We had to have a long talk, and I was all like, "I'll give you half of what we make during it."
Yeah,
Because
that's
like
good.
you're
She's
you're
part of it,
it, yeah. But the main thing she's like, you have to clean. That was her like main stipulation, is that I need to like be proactive and like keep the apartment clean. I can't just like let it run it into the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she
After
meant
I
like,
agreed to that,
like
she's like,
you
"All right."
have to clean yourself. Like you need to shower, Dekie.
She has to bribe Dekie to shower
And she's
every
like,
week. You know,
It
She's like,
smells in here. You need to clean yourself.
Put on that duct tape bra and you take a shower right now.
Deckie's got like a dirt line like across his duct tape.
Yeah. Do you feel like you did a good job like cleaning yourself after like wearing
No, I had a lot of sticky
hate
stuff from is painter's tape, and it doesn't stick with water.
your shirt is like sticking to it right now.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. But
Yeah.
we've had a lot of fun activities. Like you can, if you pay a certain amount and then pay the food costs, you can order something from Uber Eats.
Mhm.
And I've eaten cow tongue,
Oh.
cow brains, cow intestines.
You won't even
Larva-
eat pizza with sauce
larva
on it. How
from
are you eating
ants.
all this?
well, first
It's
off, he
a
doesn't have
small
very good
bite.
taste.
I said I will try
Yeah.
it.
Wait.
Okay.
You eat ant larva?
I had some ant larva, and apparently it's
Okay.
from a ant that is referred to as the farty ant.
Mhm,
Because of
party
the
ant.
smell that is
Alright.
emitted from the ants, and I can't
Why would
smell or
anyone-
taste anything. That's the only reason I'm doing these
Oh,
challenges.
Oh yeah.
Uh, But man, the texture is still
Dude,
fucking disgusting.
And you got that drink, that alcoholic drink from
Yeah, it's a
the
pulque
guava plant
yesterday,
or whatever.
yeah.
Do you have any other symptoms like you can't taste or smell? You mentioned that you had some weird symptoms.
Yeah, so like 3 days ago, on like the second day of the event, I got the hiccups,
Yes.
and I'm not prone to hiccups, and hiccups are annoying, but they lasted for like 2 hours, and I was like, all right, guys, I need to like try and get rid of these. So we started doing, like everybody has their own like hiccup removal routine that their grandmother taught them, or some, white-haired man in an alley. Like, it's always some like weird bullshit that
gypsy.
Spoonful of peanut butter. Always does.
I learned how to get rid of hiccups from a gypsy with a white eye in Belarus.
Exactly. It's always the most like weird witchcraft bullshit. It's like throw some sugar over your shoulder, sit upside down, drink a cup of water, and then hyperventilate, and it's like hiccups are gone.
Yeah.
So I did a few, and I removed it. 8 bouts of hiccups in one day. They just kept coming back.
Must be like a COVID thing.
I looked it up, and apparently there have been studies that have had some like chronic hiccup symptoms with COVID related thing. Not super common. And like the Brazil's president was in the hospital for 10 days with hiccups when he had COVID or something. But apparently that is like, I mean, it's respiratory stuff. So you got like jittery shit going on.
Must be like
a
South America thing.
It's the special hiccup variant. Yeah. Forget Delta.
Hiccup variant.
But I had the hiccups, and that was honestly one of the most miserable days of my entire life. Hiccups. I was genuine. I was like pissed. I was talking about going to the hospital. I could not get rid of them. And like I had done every way in the book to get rid of these fucking hiccups, and they just would not. They would stay gone for like 30 minutes, and they'd come back. I like made myself vomit. I drank water upside down. I ate sugar. I held my breath until I thought I was gonna die. Like I did everything, and it ended up giving me this terrible headache. I had this like indigestion. It felt like I was just like dying of like stomach acid.
Ate a bunch of sugar and shit,
and held your breath. You're like,
my entire body was like giving up from hiccups, and I was angry. I felt bad.
Making
like
it worse
she
with all
was,
these
like,
remedies.
And I was all like, "You don't care that I have hiccups." And luckily, I passed out that night. Took some NyQuil. Didn't wake up with hiccups, and the hiccups have been gone for the last few days. Thank God. But I've had some wicked like acid reflux and indigestion. In the mornings, I'm always okay, but throughout the day, I'm just like. I'm always like burping or like, and it's just like I've never had acid reflux or indigestion or any of that. I'm not prone to that, and like I've always seen commercials for it and shit, and I've always been like, I don't understand what they're talking about.
Dude, that now shit I know. Sucks. Yeah, I get that all the time.
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry for you guys.
Every night I get in bed, I'm like about to throw up.
Your
like,
throat sucks. Burns and stings.
My throat burns, makes me cough to the point where sometimes I actually like I'll wake up in the middle of the night with just burning in here, and it's so bad. It's so bad that I just puke. Like I get that shit all the time. It sucks.
Dude, I don't know how people live with that, because like
I take Tums every night. that's what I do, and that only works so much. I think I need to be medicated.
Aqua, you should get medication if you're doing it that much.
I know,
just so it doesn't burn your.
Well, it kind of goes like off and on. I think I have that burning like every night while I'm sleeping.
You should get.
I know.
You should start sleeping on your left side with your head elevated. Is what you should do. You need like a slight elevation in your bed.
Get a special bed, go to the doctor.
No, just
you know what?
I'm gonna sleep like a vampire in the closet.
Just raise your head like 2 inches. Like just slip a 2x4 under your bedpost by your head, and it'll.
I've tried that shit. I doubt
it. I do not see you slipping 2x4s under your bed.
I've got a bad valve in there or something. Like my sphincter, not the one in my ass, but the one in my stomach. It does.
It can't go up.
I got a bad valve.
If you're laying elevated.
Aqua. Rather than
I have a hiatal hernia. I think.
Rather than thinking about it and WebMDing it, you just go to the doctor.
My mommy told me I have that. Okay, she's a doctor, sort of.
My mommy told me I have tummy hurt, and I'm very brave.
You go to a doctor, and they tell you.
Yeah,
the doctor probably will tell you.
I told him about it. He's like, "Do Tums help? Do Tums take it away?" I'm like, "Yes." And he's like, "Just do that. That medication is like fucky."
Yeah, but
you should not take it if you don't need it.
Maybe he'll tell you to elevate your bed like ZChum told you.
Yeah.
What am I, a fucking carpenter? How am I going to do that?
You take
Put a
2
2x4.
blocks of wood and you put them under your bedposts where your head is.
That
It
thing'll
raises you
snap
enough.
in half. Are you kidding? Are
Oh my
you kidding
God.
Or
me?
you can just buy it. Like you can go spend, $10,000 on a
Nope.
specific bed. That's like, oh, it's
Literally,
a great
A
bed. for
sleep
this.
number bed.
Literally
The ones
raise
that like prop you up like old people.
Yeah.
just elevate your bed, it'll go away.
Or I can just like
I will cure you.
stand in the corner of the room at night while my
Yeah.
wife sleeps.
Your wife
Just
wakes up and you're like,
Just like lurch like this. Just fall asleep leaning against the wall like just like
like a little goblin, a little demon in the corner.
yeah, just
The first and only time I ever got high, in high school, I had a massive panic attack for the first 30 minutes after smoking weed. But then I got high, and I got really sleepy, and it was me and my buddy. So I went upstairs and I was like, I'm gonna lay in bed. And I like laid in bed and closed my eyes, and then I opened them back up, and I think I like fucking time traveled or something. And my buddy was like doing that. He was like in the corner of my room, like eating a bag of chips, just like existing. And it freaked me I think about this all the time. It freaked me the fuck out because I'm like super high for the first time in my life. And he's just being like a little gremlin in the corner, like just eating chips, not like
Why was
focused
he,
on anything.
Because he's high. He's
Because
just like,
he's
I want
high,
food.
dude. He was just like, I
He's like
think
a little
about it a
raccoon in the
lot.
corner.
Like, he was just existing over there. Dekie, back to you eating ant larvae. What was
I've eaten ants before.
I went to war on
Larva.
ants. I went
Larva.
to war on ants in my backyard last week, and I was ripping up pavers from like an old carport area, and I found I have eradicated ants from my world. I found billions of
ZChum
them.
out there with a little magnifying glass, burning them all.
I
Each
had,
individual one.
I had ortho
The
home
great
defense.
exterminator.
Every paver I pulled up, there were just millions of them, and every time there was like a larva chamber with like just tons of these little tiny little beans, and I would look at them every time in my brain. Like I couldn't stop my brain from going, what if I ate that?
Well,
Like,
yeah.
That's
You
what
want to
Dekie
grow
did.
little ants in your tummy?
Like,
That's
you
what
know-
that's what you should ask yourself.
You know, with like Tide Pods, you know, you look at them and you're like, tasty, but they're not because
No,
they're
I
laundry.
don't say that ever. But okay.
But you know, like you look at something that's not meant to be eaten, but you go, yummy, because it like looks good.
Yeah. I've been tempted to chew on things at
Yeah,
least.
I looked at this ant
Definitely
larva and I
true.
was like, I don't want to eat it, but why can't I stop thinking about what it would be like if I ate it? And now I have Dekie who can actually tell me firsthand what it's like to eat it.
Yeah, I said in the thing, I was all like, you pay $50 plus the food cost, and I will try it. Because I'm a picky eater. We all know my eating habits, but like since I'm lacking smell and taste, I was like, I can try some of these things. And I didn't expect it to be that big of a thing. So far it's been pretty much a mealy thing that they'll order something terrible for me. But one of my
him
viewers
something good.
went so
on,
far
guys.
as he got like Uber Eats and he's put himself in Mexico so he can find the most fucked up shit and on the location of it. And yeah, he found it's called escamole, which is a specific type of ant larva, which is actually like supposed to be kind of a nice food. I wouldn't say it's like caviar or anything, but it's like, you know, it's nice. And like a small little portion's like $20.
Yeah.
It's which is pretty expensive for ant eggs.
Sounds like caviar.
But it derives from the
Poor man's caviar.
I don't know the translation is the nickname for them are the farty ants from the smell that they emit.
And this is expensive to eat farts.
And I watched a documentary about the people that harvest the escamole from the farty ant things, and they just go out there and they dig it up, and then they find the larva tomb or chamber, and then they're out there like, you know, shifting for gold, but it's like larva.
Damn,
and
what was
in
I
the
think? I
end-
should have harvested
Little fart
this.
pods.
Yeah.
I've harvested their fart pods.
Yeah,
What was I
20 bucks for the little bit. You could be rich right now. You could buy a second.
This is
house
a
with all these
bigger
eggs.
missed opportunity than when you sold all your Dogecoin prematurely.
I could sell it to some fucking sap like Aqua on the Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my confusion is the pods are like it's a little bit smaller than a pea. They're large though, and even in the documentary that I watched, like one ant is like a fifth of the size of the larva sac, and I'm like, where do these sacs come from?
That was my question exactly. Every ant I found was like super tiny but their larva was like 3 times the size of them, and I was like, are they making super ants? Like
maybe there's multiple ants in each pod.
But how does the pod come out? Like the
like,
queen's
where are
bigger.
these pods coming from?
How big is the queen of these ants?
Oh, they
That's what I'm
lay the
wondering.
pod and then fart in it and inflate it so it's bigger. That's gotta be it.
That's like a
explains
fart
that
balloon.
fart smell too.
That's a fart balloon. Yeah.
I'm like an entomologist. I know a thing or two about ant farts. All right, let's continue. Sorry.
Aqua studies various fart types.
Wait, what? Did you say entomologist?
Yeah. That's
Like
the
as
study
in
of
the
study
study of ancient cultures? Or
The
sorry, the study of
ants.
where
entomology is the bug thing, I think.
I thought entomology was Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm dumb.
Person who
Yeah, you're right.
studies or an
Ancient
expert
cultures,
in a branch of
that's,
zoology concerned with insects. How the fuck did Aqua know what an entomologist?
How did Aqua know that? I thought it was the thing where you like research
You
languages
think I'm
or
making
something.
up this fart ball
I
thing?
saw Aqua react to that bug on his wall on the members
Yeah,
episode a couple of weeks ago. He knows
I'm
his
a real
bugs.
fucking biologist, entomologist, okay? You think I'm just making up this fart pod thing?
Honestly,
Come
the
on.
way that you reacted to that bug before, I thought you didn't know anything about bugs. But it seems like I am the wrong one.
Yeah.
I apologize.
But the larva sac
Thank
was
you.
very large compared to the ant. But I will say, out of everything that I've had to consume, those were the easiest because, like, I took a
like
a
farts.
decent small spoonful of them, and I placed it in, and I didn't taste much. The texture was weird. They were a little bit like chewy, but then you did break through the sac. But with them being in small and little beads, you could just kind of swallow it pretty quick.
Right.
It wasn't as hard as trying to chew through a cow tongue.
Oh, God.
So yeah, they were actually not that bad to consume without the lack of smell and taste.
Do you guys
You
want to
ever-
know one of the things that he did not like eating? And Aqua, you're gonna be really upset with this. Mozzarella sticks. Like he ate
That
it.
you didn't like.
He was like, it's too chewy. It's just
Well-
salty cheese.
Okay. Now
That's like my favorite thing to eat.
I know.
well, this is the whole
They're
thing. Is
so
I
good. It's a perfect food.
bless Arcos. He came in and he is all like,
I'm gonna get you something
get
good.
something, and so I was like, all right. He didn't specify it had to be something disgusting. So I was like, let's do something that I wish I could eat, but I don't because of my my tasting problems. So I was like, I'm gonna get a cheeseburger because I eat most of my burgers just meat and bread, no condiments, nothing, only meat and bread. So I was like, I'm gonna put cheese on it because I can't taste the cheese, and maybe I can get used to the texture of the cheese in my mouth because pretty much everything I'm eating right now is all texture based. So I was like, we got a cheeseburger, and I was like, one of the things that I've always wanted most in my life is to be able to eat a mozzarella stick. They look amazing, they smell amazing, everything about them just seems so delicious
That's
and comforting.
so weird that like if it looks and smells amazing to you that you would put it in your mouth and not enjoy it. That is so strange to me.
So I got mozzarella
I'm so
sticks.
sorry.
Because like the breading on the outside, it looks so crispy and nice, and I love
It
that. And
is.
then you like
It
peel it,
is.
and you see the mozzarella like dripping and like, and so like I got some, and I did consume like an entire mozzarella stick. It wasn't without taste and without smell. It wasn't good. You don't taste most things with the COVID situation, but I could taste a lot of salt coming through.
You gotta dip it in
And then-
marinara sauce.
I can't
Yeah.
do sauces though. That's
He
a
hates
texture
sauces.
thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
everybody was like, "What the
literally
hell, no
don't like it.
marinara?"
Removes the sauce from his pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Yeah,
man.
you're not gonna like it.
Yes, but it wasn't bad. I did consume it, but it was just weird. I was like,
He also did chew the cheese for like an hour. Like he would just like
But it was
chewing there, and I'm like,
weird.
dude, swallow. It's like it's cheese. Like it's not gonna like dissolve into nothing in your mouth. Like you swallow it.
But yeah, that was yesterday's. We did that, and I ate half of a cheeseburger, which was equally. I'm not convinced. I was hoping that like maybe I'd make a breakthrough in my brain. You know, I'd get past
Fuck,
something.
man.
It
You,
didn't
Did you ever
happen.
get hypnotized? You said you're gonna get hypnotized one
No,
time.
no.
and you didn't.
I looked into it, but then I never followed through. I need to try
Mm.
and pick that up.
No.
what the fuck, man? You're
But
missing out on
losing my
so
lack
many...
of smell and taste has not opened my eyes to food.
So yeah, your issues are texture based, so that doesn't solve that problem at all.
It's all of it based.
If anything, it exacerbates that problem because now all you're getting is the texture.
True.
Yeah.
Well, the texture of those foods wasn't terrible, but it still weirded me out.
What if you numb your whole mouth and then eat the food? Like that numbing.
Yeah, have you
Dude.
ever had your mouth numb? That is the weirdest
Wait,
feeling in the world.
Have you guys ever had those? They're like these little candy tablets, essentially, and they like reverse your taste buds.
I've never had it, but I've
magic
heard of it.
berries
Yeah.
or
Oh, I've
whatever
had
shit.
those. Yeah, those are wild. Yeah, those are cool.
I had those.
Eat
And
a lemon and it's like sweet.
Yes, and in college, I ate like a bunch of them, and I was like, I can eat anything. This is amazing. And I like straight up drank hot sauce because I was like, it tastes great. It's not like
Oh, that's bad.
it doesn't like sting. It doesn't hurt. But I forgot that like the taste isn't the only thing that happens when you consume something. Then
Yeah.
it hits your stomach, and that that bottle of hot sauce hit my stomach, and I was like, I'm gonna throw up.
Man, you probably had to prop up your bed with a 2x4 after that. Let me tell you, I know a thing or two about that.
I think you are completely misunderstanding how propping your bed up with a 2x4 works, Aqua.
Yeah.
It's like a block of
whatever.
wood under each
It
foot.
popped it up
Aqua.
an inch.
No, I can't do that.
I think Aqua's
I'll just-
imagining like one plank, just like a 5-foot plank
No.
wedged
Okay,
up.
so like I'm kind of figuring it out now after years, like a lifetime of dealing with this. I cannot eat marinara sauce late at night. I cannot eat potato chips late at night. Like greasy things, marinara
So
sauce
good,
kills
dude.
me. Red wine
Yeah,
fucks
'cause
me up.
It's the
It's like-
acidic stuff, right?
It's my
Like,
favorite thing.
Yeah.
I love red wine, but
And
I
that's when
can't
you
fucking
wanna,
drink it anymore.
That's when you like wanna eat all this shit too.
Yeah, exactly. So like basically and overeating is a problem too. I can't overeat, but I always fucking do because I'm gross. I just eat until
I
like
agree.
I'm like literally until sometimes till like the food in my stomach is like putting pressure on my diaphragm. So it's like hard to breathe. You know that feeling? I know you guys know that feeling when you're just like really just going for it, you know? Kings, you know,
I don't stop
shake your
eating
head.
until
Okay,
I am.
so-
Yeah.
so
I want to be
Thanksgiving-
11 out of 10.
You know,
when I'm
Thanksgiving
done
meal, how most people are like, oh, you know, I ate until
Every
I'm-
day is Thanksgiving to
I'm
me.
gonna take a nap because I ate so much. I
Yeah.
don't. My Thanksgiving meal is smaller than my leftover Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah, I
Because,
think that's pretty
usually-
normal.
So
Yeah.
like Thanksgiving meal, I'll just eat a little bit, and then like maybe the next day or late that
leftovers
night,
are the best part,
I
baby.
do the turkey sandwich thing where you got like the gravy and you put everything onto a piece of bread and then
Yep.
dump gravy on top of it and eat it. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's the good stuff. But yeah, I don't overeat. You're supposed to eat till you're not hungry, not eat until you're full.
But what
Yep.
happens when you only got one more slice of pizza left? You can't just like save
Yeah,
one slice of
exactly.
pizza for the next day. You gotta finish it.
Save that slice of pizza, dude.
Yeah.
I did last night,
Whatever.
but I still
Yeah.
felt awful.
Yeah, we have 2 slices. We had pizza too last night. We have 2 slices left over. I controlled myself.
That's the hardest thing, especially
Such
like
a-
things like that is where
such a
like I get so
brave
full, I'm
man.
like, oh, no more. But I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't just leave the tiny little portion left. I gotta finish it.
Well, the overeating and the marinara sauce on the pizza would have done me in. That would have been it.
Oh,
Those are 2 things on the list in
Yeah.
one, you know? So
Yeah.
I was like, no.
That's the
Not gonna
double.
do it.
self-control.
Yeah.
Job.
Aqua's an
Proud.
adult. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Only took him.
I'm getting there. Yeah. That's two things on the list. I cannot
One thing
do
I might
this.
be able to get away with, but 2, never.
I get heartburn after that. I fucking deserve it. You know? But yeah. Anyways.
I'm scared that like maybe with COVID like giving me this heartburn shit, maybe like it's gonna be a part of me from now on, and I'm genuinely afraid like maybe
I
it
think they
unlocked
say like
that body thing.
Yeah, some things after COVID that it just like that's a thing from then on. It's like
Congratulations,
I'm not ready to have
you
that be a
unlocked
thing.
indigestion.
Yeah, God no, please.
Dekie, listen, if you need any help with this, I'm your man. Just buy some Tums, buy some Pepto-Bismol. Those are going to be your best friends.
Yeah, listen to Aqua, who's had this his whole life and still hasn't fixed it.
And who still suffers from it.
Listen, I know how to at least put a Band-Aid on it. You know what I mean?
They don't have Pepto here, and they don't have Tums here. They have some other like it's just pure white syrupy stuff, which I guess is like a white version of Pepto. But like Pepto is so much more comforting to me. It's pink, and I remember I haven't had Pepto in like 20 years, but I remember to drink it a little bit as a kid. This white stuff, and I got like the mint
Break
version,
into a school, take the chalk from the chalkboard and eat that.
How about my
Some
Lanta?
calcium.
Speaking of,
will that not
having
kill you?
urge
Can
to-
you eat chalk?
Yeah, you
It's
can.
calcium,
Don't though.
That's all Tums are, dude.
Yeah, it's chalk.
Chalk.
It's flavored chalk, is what it is. Yeah.
No, but you also have to be careful how much Tums you take, Aqua, because that's
I
how you
take
get,
4 a night tops.
that's kidney stones.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, kidney stones is a whole nother level. I've been there.
No.
I have not had one of those.
I have not been
Knock
there.
on wood. Fuck that. Yeah,
I've never
I
had
am.
that, and I don't
I
want
am
to.
terrified of that. That is something I am not interested in at all.
When I was working, my boss's wife would get kidney stones, and this woman was a complete just gremlin evil lady, just like who's the villain from The Little Mermaid? She was like that bitch.
Ursula.
Yeah, she was like the real world. She looked
I
just
had a
like
teacher
her.
that looked like her, like Ursula.
And kidney stones are like the painful stones you piss out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She would have those, and one day we had one bathroom in our office, and my buddy was in the bathroom, and she comes like fucking storming into the office, and she's like, "I need the bathroom now!" and just like stomping towards the bathroom, and he's in there like he's in there mid shit, like he's like he's not even ready to wipe yet. And he said that the door started flexing, that she was pulling on it so hard, just like screaming that she needed to get in. And he was like, I don't know what the fuck she expected. Like, the door was obviously locked, and she was clearly trying to break the door down. Like, what was I gonna do? Move over on the toilet so she could piss her kidney stone out? Like,
That's only the respectable thing.
Yeah,
If he wants to be a gentleman, he
So,
moves
like-
over and gives her half the toilet seat.
Why would
You
she
both
not-
shit on
office
the
with a
seat.
You
kidney
straddle each other. Like one person goes through the other person's legs. That's
Yeah.
the right way to do it.
That's a gentleman thing to
dude,
do.
I think she would. I think he would have died if she straddled him during this. during this.
The stone would have shot out like a bullet and hit him in the forehead.
So
Poked
when
his eye out.
So when she realized she couldn't get in, she starts screaming for her husband, our CEO, our boss. And this is a nice. Okay, we have a nice office space, right? Like we worked in like a professional office. We really worked our way up the corporate ladder, and we had like 20 employees at the time. She's running through the hall screaming about how she needs to piss. And she starts going, "Get me a bucket! Get me a bucket!" And right there in the hall, she just pissed out a kidney stone in the bucket. And I wasn't there in that part of the office, but my buddy said you could clearly hear the kidney stone like hitting the bottom of the bucket.
Holy shit.
Man,
I'm surprised she was that mobile. Any of my kidney stones, I was like immobilized. I couldn't even move.
I don't think she was that mobile. Let's be honest here. She already wasn't very mobile. She was a very large woman. We actually all questioned why our boss was married to this just evil woman. She was mean. She was horrendous. She was just a vile, horrible person, and our boss was like a multimillionaire. I don't know. You could have been on a yacht, like fucking strippers and doing coke his whole life, and for some reason he chooses to hold hold a piss bucket for his wife at the office. I don't know, like what that
ZChum, it's something called love.
Yeah, love.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know how anybody could love this woman. She was so mean.
To each their own, ZChum.
Maybe he likes it. Maybe that's
she
his
was
thing,
like
ZChum's a savage.
She was unreasonably cruel, dude. This has nothing to do about like how she looked or how or she was a bad person. Like,
if you had little stones in your urethra all the time, you'd probably be pretty unpleasant too.
You'd understand.
Yeah. Hey, like maybe that was his thing. Maybe he just like had like a kidney stone kind of fetish or fixation, you know, and she was the one who was just always getting him, and he was like
he's
yes.
like holding the bucket. He's like, yes,
that's what
those
I
little
like.
stones inside you. Yeah.
I could rattle you like a macarena. like a little what are those things called?
Maraca.
Yeah, like a little maraca. Hell yeah.
He collects it. He's got like a little pouch with all of them. He holds it like a little sack.
Yeah. Hey, maybe there are things you don't know about your boss, all right? Hookers and strippers and coke.
I'm
That's
glad
nothing.
I don't work for people
Actually,
anymore.
maybe he thinks that they're the next big thing and wants to make money because it's like pearls on you know it's like pearls but in kidney stones.
Fill a tin of kidney stones. What would you charge for that? You know, that's they think caviar.
I
is
will
a delicacy.
buy that off the Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. Honestly, streamer kidney stones. Think about it. We can sell them.
Dekie. That's
I'm
a
on
gimmick.
it, Kings. I'm eating nothing but calcium from now on.
Forget this subathon gimmick, dude. Fill up a little tin of kidney stones, and then you'll be in business.
Profession: kidney stone farmer.
This woman was a pioneer. That is so gross.
I hope.
Holy shit. I apologize, everyone listening.
I like how you had to claim that after we're done talking about it. You're like, that was gross. Like,
it was gross. Yeah.
Look, gamers are gross. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
This
This is a gross podcast. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this has been an interesting episode.
So I'm pretty sure all of you pre-ordered the Steam Deck. I just want to say how pissed off I am that I day one order pretty much everything Valve makes. I got day one for the Steam controller. I was day one for the Index. I was in the first batch of Steam controllers, first batch of Index. And I want a Steam Deck so bad. And I knew about it. I was tracking it. I was ready for it. I had calendar fucking updates set for it. I was like notified before it dropped. And the day before, I'm like, I should tell the Gamer Hole guys. They might be interested in this. Tell the Gamer Hole boys, you can run your own operating system on it. You can emulate anything. You could emulate Mario 64 on this thing and just play it in bed, right?
That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
You can. I'm so hyped for this. I can play Halo 3 on it. You can play the full Steam library on it. You can load Linux onto it. You can do whatever you want with it. It's a portable.
It looks very cool. Yeah.
So I tell the Gamer Hole guys about it. I'm hyped for it. They just find out about it the day before. Everybody got it fucking pre-ordered except me. It fucking locked me out because I retried too many times.
Well, honestly, I did the same thing as ZChum. I got locked out, and I was talking to my girlfriend, and I said, "Fuck, like, what the hell? I'm locked out." And she's like, "Okay," and she pre-ordered it for me. So thank you to her.
I'm pissed.
That's nice of her.
HEXLOOM got it pre-ordered. Dekie got it pre-ordered.
Are you still locked out? Like, how did the lockout thing? Is it like the lockout that they have on their marketplace?
They have so many. They have so many. So pre-orders are done. And
no. So the way the lockout
got
worked
me
was if you try to anything on the Steam store, if you try purchasing like 100 times, it assumes that you're doing something malicious or fraudulent or something.
It assumes you're a bot,
and it assumes you're a bot account that's like resending packets to try to purchase, and it locks you out for like 20 minutes to slow you down. So it locked me out for 20 minutes.
Professional. I'll be right back. I have to go to the bathroom and pee out into a bucket of stone.
Just make sure to keep the kidney stones, please.
Yeah. I hope not.
He's got like a little colander over his toilet.
This is not helping the piss boy narrative, but I drank a lot of coffee this morning. I'll be 2 seconds.
It's okay.
I can't
So
wait.
you do
to,
have one now, ZChum.
I finally got a pre-order, but it's for Q2 of 2022 or 2021.
Oh, so you can still pre-order. It's just later, right?
Yeah. I
Wow, I didn't know that.
I got into a later batch. You can't pre-order now. It's out. But they set the
Oh, wow.
pre-orders in segments, and I got Q2 of 2022.
That sucks.
Whereas the
Oof.
first batch was Q1 2022.
ZChum, we'll talk about it later. I might be able to get you, like, depending on how bad I want it. I can probably give you my.
I just want to play. I want to stream Tarkov on it. I want to do a stream of playing Tarkov on my stream deck and have it like filmed from like behind me and the game, and be like playing with the thumbsticks.
Oh, I might be able to do that for you if you want to do it right off.
I want to do that.
I
let
was,
you borrow mine for that event, and then
I had no idea about that thing, and then I saw it like pop up on Twitter, and I was like, "That's like the most ugly piece of shit that I've ever seen." Like, but I'm glad that they were just like, do you know what? Fuck aesthetics and making this thing slim and small.
We're giving it power, baby.
Just make it a portable PC.
Yeah,
it looks like a Sega Game Gear. Have you
it
guys
looks
ever
like
seen
a
something
Game
like
Gear.
that?
Yes, the Gabe Gear.
Yeah, the Game Gear.
But that was I was like, dude, is that a Game Gear? And then I was like, but like I like that it is not pretty.
We've come full circle in technology. We're back to fucking Game Gear, dude.
I like that the fucking Nintendo Switch finally has something to like kick it into fucking gear to like show it that it actually, because PlayStation Portable was like the Nintendo DS's only real competitor, right? And it wasn't really that good. So Nintendo didn't really have to worry.
Can you dock this new Steam thing?
Yeah,
and you play it on like a TV?
Yeah, you don't even have to dock it. It just has the ports
It's a
on
full computer Aqua, but in your hand. But I mean, I don't know how good it's gonna be. It looks pretty good, to be honest, by the specs and everything. By like what they.
How much was it? Like $300?
Yep.
How are you gonna run like?
It's $600 for the biggest one, but yeah.
But you don't need to get the biggest one because
the
the only thing the biggest one gives you is an upgraded
size.
M2 drive. But Gabe said that these are fully accessible, easy to get to the M2 port, and they're not like soldered to the board. You can swap out M2 drives in it easily. Cool. So you can get the $400 model, and if the memory on it isn't enough, you can either swap a drive or it's got a SD card slot, and you can put it on an SD card. I think that's great. I think Nintendo's had too good of a run for too long for their fucking underpowered little gamer devices to play Animal Crossing on. They've survived for too long with their 20 FPS Doom port. I think it's time that we get to play Halo in my mom's car, like I always wanted as a little child. My dream was just playing the Halo 2 campaign in the back of my parents' van. That was all I wanted my whole life. Finally gonna get it.
I love that they're giving power back to the gamers, right? Like that's the whole thing that Gabe said about this. You can do you can put whatever you want into it. This is what you get, but you get the power to change it.
I'm so fucking tired of dedicated machines that force you to run their shitty operating system on it. I played The Last of Us, which I fucking loved the other day on stream, but I haven't used a console since like the Xbox 360, and I fucking hate that like you can't do what you want to this operating system. Like
and the PlayStation is like one of the better ones about that too.
I noticed there was like some settings that were a little cooler, like actually being able to choose your resolution and being able to like adjust certain settings. But I still felt limited to like what I could do, which was just annoying.
I love how angry ZChum gets about it. Yeah. ZChum wants his goddamn gaming freedom.
Dude, if someone doesn't get angry about it,
tinker, you know,
he likes tinkering.
Someone's got to get angry about it. Okay, if someone doesn't get angry about it, we're stuck with fucking.
No, I agree. I'm with you, ZChum, because I'm all about that when it comes to different operating systems or different people that control the systems, and then they say no, you can't touch it, you can't change
like
anything.
Any Apple phone, like good luck downloading an MP3. even if it's like a work file, say somebody like hey, I uploaded it to this website. Here, you go download the MP3
Yeah,
of a
it has
voice recording.
nowhere to like live.
You're
know?
not. Yeah, you can't download the MP3 because it's like, oh, you're trying to download an MP3 through Safari. Please use iTunes to purchase your music.
Right, you gotta swap through and do a bunch.
Which is bullshit. It's fuck you. Don't tell me what I can do.
But they really nailed it for like the average like dumbass like doesn't know anything.
I use an iPhone,
like,
but
surface level use. Apple fucking nailed it.
Which is why it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse for people who actually want to use their devices for like more complicated things. And don't give me you can jailbreak your iPhone, ZChum. I shouldn't have to. Okay.
You shouldn't have to jailbreak.
I should just have full access when I buy something. It should be mine.
Yeah.
That's why we need better competition. That way they
competition. Yeah. Thank you, Valve.
I will like
very cool
to rub
Valve they're pioneers, man. They're on the cutting edge of
don't
everything.
like some of the stuff Valve does, but as a company, what it works for and the different hardware stuff that it pushes is amazing.
They started Steam. How big was that when that first started? Like the first they made the first like gaming like
gaming software distribution platform. Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Like everything was like go buy a CD from the store and install it. Now
Kings,
it's like
you might like it, but when I was working, we were coming up with our own employee handbook for work, and I was put in charge of that, and I was like, I better find some examples of like employee handbook so I can make an employee handbook. Which obviously we were not Valve. We didn't have a handbook even similar to Valve's, but I read Valve's employee handbook just because I found it online. I was like, I'm going to read it. They're fucking crazy, dude. Nobody is your boss at Valve. The only person...
Valve's amazing. Valve's amazing to work at.
The only person...
Gabe Newell.
Yes, the only person who can tell you what to do is Gabe Newell. You can freely decide, like, what... If you want to just start Half-Life 3, you can... And you get hired, you can just start it. But you have to, like, make it an exciting enough project to pull other people in. And then if you get halfway through a project and people are losing interest or it's not playing out, you can still use like the stuff from that project and carry it over to like other teams who are working on other projects. There's like it's like a free workspace. Just work on what you want to work on.
Right. This is like a business. Like, isn't it called like a? It's essentially it's the platform that they choose. There's lots of different ones in business, but they just have one level for almost everyone, and then Gabe's one above it, right?
Yes.
So like. No matter your pay scale, even if you get paid more than the guy next to you, you don't really have a huge say over what the other guy does.
Groups that
Whereas
form,
other people, have the structure that's up, a pyramid type of deal, which sometimes leads to really shit stuff.
But
it depends on the work
thing is they're not. You need that structure if you're trying to create revenue, if you're trying to like make money. But Valve makes all their money off the Steam marketplace.
Yeah.
So they don't.
Yeah, they don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, they don't worry about like, oh, was it worth letting this team of 5 people work on Left 4 Dead 3 and then it died and we paid all this money for their salaries for them to work on this dead project? No, it wasn't worth it. But it doesn't matter because they're making such a fuckload of money from
they
CSGO
do have a
skins.
monopoly.
Yeah,
they totally have a monopoly. But like, yeah, I think that allows them the freedom to be one of the last like bastions of a gaming company that actually like give a shit about like the games they put out or like the products they make,
as long as they keep
continue taking
but that comes with a price, and that's being the Steam monopoly. But like they I mean it's not like their monopoly doesn't work or it's like a shitty thing. It's pretty good, but
no, Steam's great. It just takes a lot of money from the developers who make the games, because that's how they make their money.
Exactly.
Which the only problem is that gamers right now have this idea that they will not buy from anywhere other than Steam. And then you come into the issue of like, what if a developer doesn't want to give 30% to Steam, and they throw it on Epic or Tarkov sells from their website?
I just repurchased Battlefield 4. I owned Battlefield 4 on Origin, and I saw it on Steam for like $8, and I
Why,
rebought
though?
it on Steam, and it forced me to then download Origin to install my game, and now I have 2 copies of Battlefield in Origin.
It's stupid. Like I was talking about this, like when I was playing Chivalry 2. Like people were like, "Oh, this looks so fun! Like I want to play this," and then I'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's on the Epic Store."
Yeah, Epic. My
and, and then they're like, "Oh, fuck that," and I was like, "All right, well, have fun not playing a game you want to play."
Right, like
and furthering a monopoly for no reason. Like
don't be an elitist by what you buy it on. Just fucking
if it's a game you want and it's on Epic, fucking play it.
I had somebody in my Twitch chat when I was playing The Last of Us yesterday come in and go, "Xbox is better," and I was like, "Dude, shut the fuck up."
Okay,
who cares?
Have fun not playing one of the greatest games of all time and a much superior game catalog on the PlayStation.
So I'll go buy an Xbox and play the. Oh wait, it's not on that.
Yeah,
fucking asshole.
Also have fun playing Halo 7. That's it,
dude. This brand loyalty to like consoles is so fucking silly. Stupid. Yeah.
It's so stupid. Yeah.
It's so dumb to have this like, oh, Xbox, no, PlayStation. Like, oh wow, you really fucking love sucking Microsoft's dick. Like, are you proud of that? Are you proud that that Bill Gates is your fucking god? Like, dude,
honestly,
you're allowed to enjoy multiple things. Like,
dude, if Xbox weren't made by Microsoft, they would be barely hanging on. They would be almost obsolete at this point, I think.
I don't know what it was. I was an Xbox fanboy growing up. Like I don't know why I thought that like Xbox was so important.
Growing up at the time, Xbox was fucking sick. Yeah. And like it just didn't continue to hold up.
Right. I don't know
why. Xbox when it came with Halo.
Yeah.
Right. Xbox launched with Halo.
He just loved Halo.
And it turned to be like, and it wasn't just Halo. There was a lot of decent games, but Halo was the huge one, right?
But even moving forward, I was like, PlayStation sucks. PlayStation is stupid.
Well,
Xbox.
Also, Xbox Live came first, and that was cutting edge, fucking awesome shit.
That was so far behind on any online shit.
Exactly, and that was really it. Like Xbox was on the cutting edge. They were putting out sick games. They put out Xbox Live, all that stuff. And then they just fell off, and now PlayStation started making better games.
Would you like Cortana to be your virtual assistant?
Yeah.
No, well, dude, I know give me something else.
Last year, Microsoft bought a lot of big IPs, right? They bought Bethesda. They bought Bethesda.
They did buy Bethesda, yep. Starfield will be like an Xbox.
But Bethesda is like on the outs too.
Yeah. Well, their old stuff is now all out. Like Bethesda's all old stuff. They're hoping that Starfield will rejuvenate everything
and if Starfield
them more
doesn't
creative
work.
If Starfield doesn't work, they're
Fallout 76. Yeah.
Well, the problem is
after that train wreck, man.
They just didn't let the creative people keep making creative stuff. They just made, oh, this worked. Let's fucking dumb it down.
Oh, you liked Skyrim? Here's Skyrim again.
Here's Skyrim again 7 times. Yeah.
Well, that's what they did. You know, all of Bethesda games are like the same. They're all the same engine. It's like reskins of itself. Like
no, I think that Morrowind was completely different than Oblivion, and Oblivion was completely different than.
Yeah, but we're talking about current. We're talking about current.
I'm talking about like then to now.
Okay, yeah. Now it's just reskins and shit, and they've dumbed down, right, to make like Fallout New Vegas was one of the best.
Yeah, but arguably Fallout New Vegas wasn't made by Bethesda; it was made by Obsidian.
True, right.
Which is why it was so good. It's because it was made by Obsidian.
Yeah.
Which I meant to play Obsidian's Outer Worlds or whatever the fuck it was.
Pretty good. Pretty good. I've only played a little bit of it. I played a couple hours, but it was pretty good. Like it was a lot of. There's a lot of comedy to other stuff, but yeah.
There's a big thing about World of Warcraft that just came out. Like the World of Warcraft's Blizzard devs, all that stuff was stretched so thin over so many expansions. They're just putting in minimal effort and relying on that monopoly they had. Yeah. One of the lead project devs on original WoW just like tweeted about this whole thing. It was like a big thing. I heard about it, but basically, it like this whole thing from like Blizzard got leaked, how like it's just like a faceless money company now, and like all this stuff. Who knows if it's credible or not? But reacting to that, the lead dev from WoW started like tweeting all this stuff, like this whole long-winded story about how like gaming has gotten too big. It's like such a cash grab now. All these developers are like not in it for the love of gaming anymore. It's just like you just put out something with the minimum amount of effort, rely on a reputation of the past from a great game that was cutting edge and amazing at the time. Might still be amazing, but they're just putting out like a worse version of what already existed. And that's exactly what like Fallout 76 was. It like barely functioned, and like so many companies are doing that now. Like they just create hype on social media, put out a game, have everybody freak out and buy it, and it's like fucking crap. Like look at Cyberpunk. That was not ready at all. Like,
but
that's just
the thing is that devs are afraid to take the risk because it costs too much goddamn money to make games and then have it flop. So they have to do the
you gotta do
non-creative, the non-creative, let's be safe, let's not let the creative developer go crazy with his ideas, unless you're like, Kojima or something like that you're known for being able to make
Which is
money
why
back.
Valve keeps putting out fucking banger games constantly, because they just let people be creative. Half-Life Alyx was a complete and utter fucking banger.
What a risk that was too, you know?
So was Artifact.
Releasing it.
Yeah, but Artifact was the same shit. They were just like, hey, these guys worked on this card game that they thought
loved
they
Artifact.
loved,
It was great.
But that's the thing is these devs, like gaming's got too much, too big, too much money. The people behind the money too are no longer a guy in the basement with 4 people coding and making the game anymore. It is now these multi-million-dollar companies backed by big VCs
that don't play games.
That just want money. So they're like, you're a creative director because you're known in the past, but I care more about your name than what you're actually going to make. Just make me the same shit you did.
We already know what we're going to make. We've got a game engine. We've got cliff scaling mechanics. We're going to make
this
Assassin's
old engine,
Creed 8.
Take this old engine, old concept, and make microtransactions in it. That's like their job description a lot of the time now.
Okay, I was playing that fucking Uncharted 4 because it was like free with PlayStation Plus or whatever. I was playing it. It was a cool ass game, but it kept fucking. There was like these. Every time I'd start the game, it'd be like, "Do you want to buy $40 of Uncharted coins?" I was like, "What the fuck do I need $40 worth of Uncharted gold for this fucking single player campaign game?"
Right, that's the thing too, is single player. Like microtransactions is a little bit different for cosmetic multiplayer games.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. If you want
cosmetic multiplayer,
fine. I don't care.
Or skipping, like for instance, there's a lot of mobile games that it's like, oh, skip because you don't want to wait. I kind of hate that, but at the same time, it's like, so what? Free game. It's not going to hurt the person next to you, whatever. Not a big deal. But the ones that are like, oh, like complete pay to win, like League of Legends, I think did it right in a way. It's just
League of Legends
skins, so it's like it's free game, and then you just pay for skins.
You pay for skins,
cooler.
Fortnite.
Yeah, I mean, look at Fortnite. Fortnite was
Fortnite's
free
the
too.
same thing, right?
The worst model is when it's pay not to be miserable.
Yeah.
When they're like, we're going to give you no room to put any of your fucking loot unless you pay $150.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was just going to bring that up. Tarkov is really guilty of that. That is a totally.
But what I like about Tarkov,
episode without any Tarkov talk. We almost
what I like about
Tarkov.
The thing about Tarkov though, it's not microtransactions. It's 3 or 4 different options, and then that's it. You can't you can't get $140 and then every 5 days
to be fair,
it says,
after
pay $5 and get more.
After 2 wipes of Tarkov, you can upgrade your stat. You have the knowledge to upgrade to a bigger stash.
I do agree that they need to balance.
They should just charge. Like I shouldn't say that, but I do think Tarkov is such a good game that it's
fine.
Yeah, it's like worth that price. Like
everybody gets their money out of you.
When you get alpha, when you buy alpha, it's sort of like a trial version kind of. And then if you really like the game, you just upgrade later. Wait till a sale, obviously, and then upgrade for $50 or whatever. So you're buying the game twice, kind of. But like, if you've already played alpha and love the game, you know you're gonna get your money's worth when you upgrade.
That's a good way to think about it. True.
Yeah. Like, it sucks. It really sucks, and I feel bad for the people that are pinching their money, and then they like, I really want to play this game, but I'm gonna get alpha, and they can't afford to upgrade. But like, you get the full game, you just have a hard time where you're banging your head against the wall.
But once you learn the game,
you can unlock the stuff.
Yeah, once you learn the game, you can get the beta container or the epsilon or whatever the fuck that thing is from doing the Punisher quests, and you can get a bigger stash just by upgrading it, and you get like a thick case and a weapons case from tasks. So
it definitely is like pay to not bang your head against the wall as much, but I think it's like the game is so good that I don't mind the 140 for the full thing.
I get it.
And there is a trial, which is the full game version for which has alpha and everything, which I think is what, $40 or is it 60?
The unfortunate thing is like for some people, like sadly, like that's just too much money, you know?
Right, but if
like
you
while
can
the
get
game
the alpha,
is,
and that's
if you
fine.
Get the alpha for 40.
If it's
that's great. Then play that the whole time.
Right.
And it's not like you're stopped. It's just harder, obviously.
It's just,
but
it's just
suck.
annoying. It's fucking annoying.
It's totally. It's
fucking
not
annoying.
great.
It does suck.
It's not good.
Like Omid bought a second account, and I bought a second account that's alpha only, and he's playing alpha only to Kappa right now.
And it sucks.
And he said, "Yeah, it's hard, but it's not impossible." Especially, I mean, he's choosing. He has a full version game, and he's choosing to put an extra $40 into buying an alpha version just to play it on alpha.
Yeah.
So like, even
next
people,
swipe, I might do that too.
Even people that have $140 and spend it on the game, they're willing to go and spend another $40 to get another version of the game. Like,
yeah.
Speaking,
the game is so good. It is worth the price, but if you, it just kind of sucks.
If you're pinching money, it's tough that you're gonna have to keep alpha.
Without going overboard, what's the bet on the competition?
We don't have one.
We don't have one. I mean, I'm still gonna like race to see if I can unlock Kappa before you fucking losers. But with this whole level 71 thing, man, fuck that.
Well, we just do all the quests. That's it.
Yeah, we're racing to the point where the only thing in the way is the level grind. Yeah.
Right. But then what is the punishment?
You have to.
What are we gonna make kings do?
You have to look like a stinky loser. I don't know.
You have to live the rest of your podcast in the Everglades in Florida.
I don't know.
I'm down for most punishments, but I think that it's not quite as good. We could do the delete thing if you guys want. I don't care.
I mean, I still gotta make content.
Give us suggestions, chat. What do we give something good to the winner, or punishment to 3 losers, punishment to 1 loser?
We can't give something to them, right? Like depends on what it is, but it'd be hard to give something to them. But delete our stash could be just delete whatever.
Delete your stash would be fine.
Delete thick case, whatever the fuck you automatically get from quests.
Yeah, okay. If you lose, you have to delete all of your cases.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe
something
your whole
like,
stash, including the cases.
Yeah. Sure.
If you win, you are the winner, and I don't know. Well, leave a comment. What should we do? Tell us. We don't know.
All right,
we're not good at creating creative punishments or rewards.
Made it a whole episode without Tarkov. Not that Tarkov talk is bad. I was just impressed by how long we went.
Last episode was very Tarkov heavy, so I'm glad we didn't do much of it this time.
We also talked about WoW.
By the way, if you haven't watched the last episode, you should go check it out, and you should watch it. I wasn't there. We swapped in Omid. It was sick.
God, he was looking fresh too.
It was a great episode. Omid showed up very dapper, very handsome, fresh haircut. Some great discussion about sock eating and barbers fighting. So you should check out that last episode. That's it for us today. Let's wrap it up, gentlemen. Let's wrap up the old gamer hole. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks, members. We recorded that as well. So
thank you for watching. Yeah. Thank you for listening on Spotify. Those of you who are on that long drive right now, grinding through these episodes.
Thank you to the country of Malta as well.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, we've got a huge Malta fan base. Hell yeah!
Really appreciate the guys over in Malta.
Is so high. I know that there's one dude in Malta sharing this with all of his friends.
Please do, Malta. I want that percentage to go up because I actually right before we started doing Spotify, I was actually making a joke with my girlfriend about going to Malta. Like I was just like kept like saying like jokes like, "Oh, Malta's nice this time of year." And I've never been to Malta. I don't really have a plan to go there. But I said that, and then 2 weeks later, when I looked at the percentages, we had a huge Malta thing. I was like, I think Google's listening to me, and they're pushing that stuff.
Malta.
Yeah.
I had a Maltese man come in to my chat, and he's like, "I'm one of the Malta viewers."
Oh, I did
And he
too,
said
yeah.
that he actually has a lot of friends, and they all talk about the podcast.
That's amazing.
So they're
We
out
love
there.
You. Yeah.
They're
We're
out
going
there.
to Malta.
And we
Okay,
love you
Google.
guys.
Malta.
Maybe we take that cruise to Malta, guys. That's maybe where the gamer hole's
Yes.
going.
We've got some amazing cruises, I
Yeah.
bet, over there in the Mediterranean.
I
Hell
bet. Yeah.
All right, thank you
Perfect.
for watching. Appreciate you, the entire country of Malta. Thank you for being here. We'll catch you next Thursday.
Our favorite viewers are the. All right, never mind. The Malta
Every Thursday.
coefficient. Everybody's our favorite. All right, relax. All right, get out of here.
Hey, it's me, ZChum. Thank you for watching the Gamer Hole. We appreciate it. If you'd like to support the Gamer Hole further, there's a little join button down below, right below the video, right there. Check it out. It gets you access to an extra video every week, a secret members only video, as well as priority commenting, and access to a Gamer Hole live stream we're gonna do every month or two. So if you want to support the channel, by no means do you have to, but the option is there. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next Gamer Hole.